Good morning. Sailor Steve. For those of you that are new to the channel on YouTube, under my name Sailor Steve, I'm Steve Dutton. I have a home in Miami that I normally live in, but this past fall I chose to do something different. I wanted to live at sea and see if that might not be a good choice for me being retired. And so I began a journey of 14 months. I'm halfway through. That's officially the halfway mark of this journey. And my purpose is to just give you an idea of what it's like to live at sea. And so I've had the pleasure of meeting lots of staff and entertainers and passengers. And this morning, I'm going to introduce Patti Carey. She's a passenger on the ship. She's been here for a few weeks. We've met and enjoyed working out in the morning in stretch class and abs and whatever. And so I thought, let me introduce you to Patti and let her give you an example of what it's like to live at sea. For a short time or for a long time. Patti?
Right. This has been great, Steve. So my husband and I travel in the shoulder seasons. We ski in the winter and we golf in the summer. And so we tend to take longer cruises that are about between 50 and 75 days. And it's great. Now, hubby has retired, but I'm still working part-time. And I really enjoy having this cruise ship as my office.
Where's your home normally?
Home is in Canada, about a couple hours north of Toronto.
Very good, very good. Well, you boarded, I think, in Fort Lauderdale?
I did, yes.
And we hit it off immediately and bonded. And so tell us a little bit more about what's on your bucket list in terms of cruising? Because you've said you've got more cruises in mind.
Yes, I've done about 300 sea days so far in my cruising life. But talking to other passengers, such as yourself, hubby and I have added a couple other destinations to our bucket list, such as the Amazon, Antarctic. This fall we're going to Asia for 74 days, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Absolutely. You know, it starts that way, and you get to a point where as your life slows down a little bit, you realize that there's a lot of options that we can choose from or whatever. This is a nice one because tell them what you think about being on ship and not having to necessarily cook for yourself now and do your laundry, make your room, and all of that.
It's fabulous. And the beauty of being on a cruise ship, of course, is that you go to so many different places. We were in one place yesterday, another place, well, not today, we're at sea, but you know, we've had lots of wonderful stops on this cruise, and you only unpack once. I really appreciate that. But it will be tough to actually prepare meals, clean up after them, buy the groceries for them when we get home.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yep. Well, you mentioned we're on a sea day, and that's true. A lot of people that don't travel by cruise ship often think, oh my gosh, what are you going to do out in the middle of the ocean? Yeah. Kind of boring or whatever. Do you find it that way?
Never, never. In fact, I try and use the sea days to get a little bit of work done. So that is on my agenda for today. It's going to be tough though because, well, there are a couple of events on the itinerary that I want to attend, so those really cut into my work time.
And you've got a special hobby too that this lifestyle lends itself to.
It really does.
A lot of free time.
Yeah, I work remotely. I am on the management team of a textile company, a wholesale textile company. I did a Zoom meeting actually about 3 weeks ago that I had no issues with doing that on board the ship, even though we were in the middle of the Atlantic. And but right now, I have an online quilt pattern business as well. So today I am, and for the next few sea days, I am going to try and write the instructions for a quilt pattern that I need to publish as soon as I get home.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. You know, it's fun to meet people from all around the world, and it's interesting to learn what their life is about at this point in time and how this fits in with being on a cruise ship. And so I thought you'd enjoy meeting Patti this morning. said, I'm halfway through my 14 months. I am seriously considering next year because, as Patti said, we don't want this to end. It's a pretty convenient lifestyle, and it allows us to choose every day what it is we want to get up, when we want to get up, what we want to do all day long, and the situation changes. Unlike a lot of travel where you're going to hotels and you're going to the airport, this and that, you just get on the ship and unpack once.
And meet lots of wonderful people.
Meet lots of wonderful people. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. This is Sailor Steve. If you've enjoyed this broadcast, I try and do one each week, and they're very, very different each week. So subscribe, comment, let me know what you'd find interesting to learn about as I live at sea for the long term. Sailor Steve signing out. Bye-bye.